So what would I tell so I'm 27 now. What would I tell my younger self? So what would I tell my 20-year-old, even 15-year-old self? And the biggest thing I would say that I learned, still 27, I'm not that much older than the age range that I'm giving the advice to, but for those of you who are like 17 to like early 20s, one thing that held me back, but I realize doesn't really it's something that holds a lot of us back, but once you push through that certain thing that I'm going to talk about, Pandora's box on the possibilities of where you could go, and that's simply just being scared of taking a certain risk, just being scared of how other people's view me. And I, like my whole teenage years, early 20s, I've always I wouldn't do certain things because I didn't want to be judged a certain way. I didn't want to have people like look at me as I'm like a weirdo or view me as the fuck is this guy doing? Like even with this, like I'm comfortable now speaking to the camera. I'm comfortable now like talking to all different types of people. But I've always wanted to start YouTube, like doing more YouTube stuff like this when I was younger, like 10 years ago. But I didn't really, I was always nervous, like how I would sound on the camera, or how people would portray my message that I'm saying. Be like, look at this clown. He's posting a video and it's only getting 50 views or 100 views. Like what the fuck is this guy doing? I've always been scared of that judgment and just the fear of just taking a certain risk. And like I finally got the balls to like start doing this. But this is something I've wanted to do for a while. Like I started, like I would post videos occasionally, like stupid videos when I was younger, but I wanted to do more of like the sit down talking because I felt like I couldn't talk. I felt like I couldn't portray my message how I wanted to. I felt like I got to be the best speaker in order to speak. But now that I'm 27 and realizing that it's no one's really caring about how I speak or the message I'm saying or my YouTube career. Everyone's too focused on with their own life. And I'm like, once you do the thing that you're scared of, you realize it's not as bad. It's not bad at all. It's probably a tenth of as bad as you thought it was. Like once you push through the thing that's holding you back. Like for example, I've never like sky. I'm scared of heights, but I never skydove or skydived. However, it's coined, but I feel like since I'm scared of heights, the only way to not be scared of heights is to skydive. Like I don't like going on planes. I don't like going across bridges. I like hiking, but I don't like being close to the edge where I could like see over and shit. Like I always like stay on the inside. But I know once I do skydive, which I'm planning on doing, my that fear just simply goes away, and I'm gonna realize my the fear of heights that I've had wasn't as bad. Like, because if you're able to push through that specific fear that is holding you back, you realize I was scared of this thing the whole entire time. I wasted X amount of years being infatuated on this specific thing, and it wasn't even scary. It might not even be scary. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing that you're holding back on may not even be scary once you start to do it. And then you're like, why I could have did this so much sooner. Especially this me with the YouTube. I'm like, yo, I could have did this shit so much sooner. It's not even that scary. Like people are actually interested in what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I could have did this 10 years ago. So imagine where I would be at now if I started when I wanted to. So that's the biggest thing I would tell my younger self. And I'm happy I'm young enough to, I'm not, it's not like I'm 70 and I'm fucking wasted 50 years of my life and I'm like, fuck. I'm realizing it now. So it's not like that off, but don't, if you have something that you really want to do, it's not gonna come. You're not gonna be a professional at it. You're not gonna be professional at it the first time. So you have to include that period of you being ass or shitty at it. That little buffer period. Think of it as just a warm up. You know how you warm up before like you go on a run or go to the gym. The period of you not knowing what the fuck you're doing, and the thing that you want to do, is just your warm up. Like you're just not gonna sprint without warming up, stretching your legs. So you have to view that thing that you want to do as the same thing. You're gonna have to stretch a little bit before you take on that. Maybe it's YouTube. Maybe take on that YouTube career. You're gonna have the shitty videos. But that's just you warming up. That's just you getting ready to pounce into your career. Like I've always thought I couldn't speak. Like everyone would be like, oh, why are you so, you so silent all the time? I'm like, I, for me, I was like, I think people don't even care what I'm about to say. That's why I just don't speak my mind, or I feel like people are gonna judge me. I'm like, but now I'm like, I don't really care. I don't really care. And I wish I had that a little bit younger. I wish I had that mindset a little bit younger when I was in college, whatever. But we're doing it now. We're doing it now. Um, so yeah, the biggest thing I would tell my 20-year-old, even 15-year-old self is to, if you have something on your plate that you really want to do, like you 100% want to do it, or maybe you don't really want to do it, just try it. Just try it, warm up. Like I said, you're gonna be ass. You're not. If you want to be a skateboarder, you're not gonna be fucking Najee Houston as soon as you start. Like he wasn't always like that. Like he had to eventually get to where he's at. You're not gonna be the Tom Brady if you just started playing football. You're not gonna be any pro at anything, and that's what strays a lot of people away. Like once they realize, oh, I'm not good at this shit. Like you're not going to be. Like there's rare cases where some people are just freak athletes or a freak out what had everything for like what if you give them anything they're just nice at it instantly. Like that's rare. Like that's one in a thousand that happens. But a majority of people are gonna be ass at whatever they're doing first. So that's the biggest thing. I hope if you're a younger individual, even older, just do it now, bro. Fuck up a little bit, and it's part of the process. That's it. The sooner you start, the better. What's the quote? It's fucking. It goes like, what is it? About planting a tree. When's the best time to plant a tree? Some 20 years ago. When's the next best time to plant a tree? Right now. Take that how you must, but that's my message for you, and hopefully it helps you guys out.